everyone, welcome back to my channel CashBee, or welcome if you're tuning in for the first time. My name is Aisha. I'm a new cash stuffer and a new immigrant in Canada, and this is my bill swap video for the month of July. Okay guys, I did my June bill swap pretty recently, so I'm not sure how much of a bill swap can actually happen in today's video, but let's see how that goes. I have two $500 placeholders with me, and I think this is all I would need in placeholders, but we will know more as we dig into it. So right now, let's begin and let's just see how much money I can bring back to the bank this time. Let's start with the goals binder, starting with emergency. Now emergency has $17.50, and I know I can swap these placeholders, but let's first give this a count. So 1,000, 100, 200, 300, 400, 1,400, 1,500, 1,600, 1,750. 1,750. What I am going to do is okay, let's do it in parts. So I'm going to put 100, 200, 300 in cash, 300 in cash, and 200 in placeholders. So that's 500. And I'm going to add a $500 placeholder in this. So this should still be 1,750. 1,000, 1,500, 1,600, 1,700, and 50. 1,750. And what I'm going to do is I am going to make a note that I have pulled out 300 from emergency. So I'll just make a note in this. Emergency 300. Okay, next is house deposit. And house deposits should have 650. So 500 in the bank. Wait. 500 in the bank, 550, 70, 90, 610, 630, 640, 650. So let's go from the back. If we leave this 50, this should be 100. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. And let's add $100 placeholder. So house deposit still has 500, 600 in placeholders and 50 in cash. 650. And I'm gonna note from house deposit, I pulled 100. All right, next is travel. And this should have 510. So 1, 2, 3, 400 in the bank. 50, 70, 80, 90, 500, 510. So again, let's do it in parts so I don't confuse myself. Let's keep this 10. So this should be 100. 5, 10, 20, 30, 50, and 50, 100. Oh, wait. Sorry guys, let's try this again. So 510 in total. If I leave this 10 and these 400 in placeholders, this should be 100. 50, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100. Much better. Let's get this 100 on the tray. And add 100. But now we have 500 in placeholders, $100 placeholders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can swap all of this for a $500 placeholder. So it still has 510. And I pulled 100 from travel. Okay. Now we have all the colorful bills on the tray. Now the question is this going to be enough to swap everything? But let's see, we'll see about that. So 100, 200, 20, 25, 30, 35. Nothing much to do here. Let's just, these are very pretty bills. Let's swap these two 5s for a 10. So we still have 100, 200, 220, 35. 235. Moving on to future. 320, 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 320. So this is 100. Let's swap this for $100 placeholder. And future still has 1, 2, 320. And let's note that from future I pulled 100. I believe that's all from, or maybe home office. Maybe home office. I'm gonna pull another 100. Okay, car 70. So let's keep the 20 and this should be 50. 20, 40, 45, 50. So 70 still in car. And see, I'm already the 50s are over. Next is home office that has 115. So if we leave this 15, this should be 100. 20, 40, 60, 81. Let's get $100 placeholder. So it still has 110 and 15. Home office 100. Future baby has 55 and I don't have any 50s, so I think I'm gonna have to leave it this way. Yeah, if we have more 50s we will come back to future baby. Vacation has 25 and that is as condensed as it can be. And that's that for this binder. But let's try and come back to future baby if we have more 50s. Next is sinking funds. Okay, health, Health has 200, and I'm actually going to get rid of all of these smaller bills and just put in 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 100. So health still has 200. Household has 125. Okay, so let's get 100 for this too. So these two 50s I'll swap for 100, and the two 10s I'm gonna swap for a 20. So household still has 125, and now we have two 50s on the tray, so we are going to try and leave one for future baby, but we'll circle back to that. Let's move on to spending. 210. Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of all these smaller bills and keep it condensed. I normally like to keep smaller bills in my sinking funds binder, but I am kind of limiting my expenses. I'm just not spending as much, even with like takeouts and outings and everything. I'm just trying to be a little more mindful with my expenditure, and I'm only spending money when I absolutely need to. I don't know how long I can continue doing that, but I'm trying my best. So I'm getting rid of all these smaller bills this time around, because with my subsequent cash stuffings, these will again have smaller bills. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. And let's add the last $100 bill in here. So 210 for spending. Oh, I should have kept the hundreds for this. This time I just did not take out any $100 bills. That's why. So 130, and honestly I cannot do anything here except for swap these for a 20. I can swap a 50, like 20, 40, and 50 for a $50 bill, but I don't want to do that. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 30, 130. I'm thinking if I should pull 100 and deposit it to my bank already. No, I'll just leave it here, and once I have 200, only then I'll pull this out. Okay, moving on to self-care. My God, look at those 20s. So this is 150. Let's get a 50 here. 20, 40, 45, 50. So it still has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and 50. Takeout has 50. This we can leave as smaller bills. So we can maybe swap this 10, 15, 20 for a $20 bill. So 50 still. Next is YouTube. and that's 100. 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's swap this for a 20, and this is still 100, 50, 70, 90, 100. But I'm gonna pull all of this out as soon as I reach 500 subscribers, so I can send something to the winner for the giveaway. Okay, next is home decor, and home decor has 195. You know what? I'm going to swap these two 50s for 20s this time in home decor. Because home decor, I'm planning on purchasing those, those marble trays that I spoke about, marble trays as well as plants and candles, and I'm going to do that pretty soon. So when I'm going to purchase it from, except for the plants, the trays and the candle, probably from Amazon or some other online store. So I'll have to unstuff that money. I would need smaller bills to do my unstuffing. So I'm gonna do the reverse bill swap for this one. So I added 100, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and then I'm gonna swap this 52 and get 15 smaller bills, so 20, 40, and 50. I hope that made sense, but let's count this. This should still be 195, and it'll just make my life easier when I unstuff. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 195. Gifts has 75. Nothing much to do here, but I'm just thinking if I should get rid of this 50 as well. Yeah, that will that will help us have more 50s, so we can get back to some of those other envelopes where I couldn't do much. So 20, 40, and 50. So gifts still has 20, 40, 60, 75, 75. Shopping. Hmm, 190. Okay, so just going to swap this for a 20. So 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 190. Next bill swap, I'm going to withdraw some $100 bills from the bank. I usually do that, but this time I thought, because I just very recently did a bill swap, I wouldn't really require extra money to do the swap. But that was a mistake. I should have taken out some money. So outings, we're gonna swap these two 5s for a 10. So it still has 15. And lastly, we have CashBee, 260. Firstly, let's swap this 10, 15, 20 for a $20 bill. And I think I'm gonna add a 50 here. So 20, 40, 50, just so that it's easier to count. So 51, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 260 in CashBee. Now let's go back to I think it was parents. Yeah, parents 130. So this should be 100, 20, 40, 60, 81. And let's add two 50s in here. So it still has 50, 100, 120, 130. And that's it for the sinking funds. Let's go back to the goals finder and swap future baby. Future baby. So we'll swap 20, 40, 50 for a $50 bill. So it still has 55. Okay, next, let's see. I know we won't be able to do anything here because I just started with the August challenge and I've already emptied June and July and reallocated that money into my goals and sinking funds. And August, we have 35 in here and it's a 20, 10 and 5, so we can't do much with this. But let's get into my savings challenges. Starting with seasonal. Now with the savings challenges that are closer to finishing, I like to keep a mix of bills because so that I have all the options when I reallocate that money. But the summer challenge is going to take some time to finish, so I can swap a few things here. Let's start from the back and see. 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100. And I have only 150. Okay, let's check this again. 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So let's swap this for 20s. 20, 40, 60, 80. Summer challenge should have 30, 60, 90, 90, 100, 110, 120, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 175. So 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 175. Perfect. Next is 2023. And this should have 360, I believe, because we were left with only 140 to finish this. 100, 150, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 360. And I think I'm just gonna leave it as is. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it as is. rainy day, maybe nothing much because I only added about a 15 in here since the last bill swap. Yeah, so let's just swap these 10s for a 20. So 100, 150, 200, 250, 275. Roll the dice. $100, $200, $250, $300, $320, $40, $60, $80, $400, $420, $40, $60, $80, $500, $505, $10, $15. So yeah, again, there's not much to do. So just going to swap these two 5s for a 10. But you know, it's good in a way that I have so many different bills. I would have liked to have another $100 bill here and get rid of some of these 20s, but we can do that the next time. I can swap these two for a 22, but I want to leave a couple of 10s in there as well and a 5. So yeah, there's no way that I'm finishing this challenge before the next bill swap. So I'm just gonna wait and add at least another $100 bill in this. I'll try and be a bit more prepared. I'll go through my envelopes and kind of try and figure out what bills I would need. Okay. Next is $1,000 savings challenge, which has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 150, 170, 80, 95, 195. Here, let's first add in a 50, so it's easier to count. 20, 40, 50. And that's it, actually. So 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 195. Next month ahead. Yeah, let's just get rid of these two 10s. This should have 380. 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80. 380. $5 bills we condensed, and let's get rid of some of these 5s at least. Not all, because this is a $5 bill challenge. I want to leave some 5s in here, but a few of these we can condense. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, that's it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That is it. So this should still be 351. Wait. Actually, I'm gonna swap this for 20, 40, and 50. Yeah. So 50, 100, 120, 40, 60, 80, 200, 220, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 300. $10 bills. Let's see if we can use that 50 in here. So this should have 390, 100, 200, 220, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 300, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 390. And no, we will not add that 50 because again there will be an even odd number of 50s and it will be difficult to count. So we'll focus more on the 20s. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 100 in tens being replaced with 20s. So 20, 40, 60, 81. Let's count this again. 100, 150, 200, 220, 40, 60, 80, 300, 320, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 390. Next is $20 bills. And this should have 660. 100, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 420, 40, 60, 80, 500, 520, 40, 60, 80, 600, 620, 40, 60, 660. And here also we have an even number of 50s, so I am not going to do anything with this. I'm so excited to finish this challenge because once it is done, I will have $1,000. Okay, I want to use that 50 somewhere. I'm trying to think, where can I use it? Somewhere where we have an odd number of 50s. Nope. Yeah, here maybe. Somewhere. Oh no. We can actually. If we first swap this 20 for 2 tens and then this 50, 20, 40, 50 for the 50. So 50, 100, 120, 40, 60, 75. Still has the 175 that it should have. I think I'm now going to, there's a lot of money in here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to like focus on 2 or 3 challenges and finish those off first. That's what I'm going to do from now on, because this is a lot of money in this binder and that makes me uncomfortable having all of this at home. So let's focus on summer. Definitely I have to do this because summertime. I want to finish this while it's still summer. And I'm thinking I'm going to focus more on 2023 and finish this. This will give me 500. Rainy day, I'm going to go slow with. Rainy day. Roll the dice we are doing every week. What I can do is, since this has reached 500, I can pull that money out and reallocate that between my sinking funds and goals binder, and just, I don't know, mention somewhere that there is 500 that has already been used. So, but because I don't want to leave this so much money in here, and when I complete this, I don't know how much money I'll have, probably almost 1,000 with this too. Then $1,000, maybe I can go slow on that and try and finish month ahead as well. So yeah, so I said 1,000 go slow, rainy day go slow. This is done. And then these two I want to finish ASAP. I think I'll do the same here. I will reallocate this 250 maybe, and this 500, so that I don't have so much money in these binders, because when this money goes into my goals binder, I swap them for placeholders and put that money into my bank. And for sinking funds, I unstuff that money when I use it. So let's see, I'm gonna do something about this because this is making me nervous. All right, so now let's see how much money we should be having here on the tray. 3, 4, 5, 6, 700. Let's check that. Bring in my calculator. Start with the 20s. 20, 40, 60, 81. 20, 40, 60, 82, 20. 220. Tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 320. And then the 5s. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So plus 160 equals 700, which is exactly what we pulled out from our goals binder. Okay, so 700 going back to the bank this time, which is incredible. Like, this always surprises me. Being able to put any amount of money actually into like my savings account is always a blessing. So 700 is a big number, and I'm so happy for that. There we go. I love Canadian money. Love how colorful it is. Okay, enough playing with this. So this is $700, which I am going to be bringing back to my bank. And that's it actually for today's video, guys. I hope to see you again very soon. Until then, keep smiling, stay safe, and happy budgeting. Bye-bye.